That's a good boy, Fluffy. That's my dog. That's my dog. Bring it into that heel position. Give me that toy. Out. Hug. That's my buddy. If you guys don't know who I am, my name is Daniel the Big O, and this is my service dog of the year, the Fluffy Poodle. That's right, Mr. Fluffy Bear. And his green hair. This dog has green hair, and it's being blown by the wind because we have major crazy winds and storms today, but that's not gonna stop us from teaching you guys some awesome dog training. Yes! That you guys can do at home and ultimately teach you guys how to have one happy pup. Yes! Good boy, Fluffy. Out. Good. Sit. Now, how exactly do we teach you to have a happy pup? One that's enjoyable to be around. Pup that is as good as the Fluffy Poodle right here? Well, we're gonna teach you that on today's episode. We're gonna teach you exactly what you need to do with a simple ball right here, a simple toy, a simple dog toy. How do we get your pup to be this good? Well, first and foremost, yes! We gotta play with them, okay? We gotta play with them, and we're gonna show you exactly how to play with your pup with a dog toy, all right? That's step number one. Step number two is we're gonna use that dog toy to have him do some awesome tasks, such as sit, down, stay, and going to pick up different items. And then we're gonna translate into some awesome dog training, followed by a quick wrap up. So with that being said, from now on, it's gonna be all unedited for you guys to see how we go through this process of having a really good dog, a happy dog with that tail a wagging. How do you have it? Again, we start with that playing with your dog by literally finding something they love, something that they love, you know, something that they enjoy. And the Fluffy Poodle loves to retrieve. So what do? We find that retrieving item out that he loves to pick up and bring it right back. But if your dog does not know how to retrieve an item, I am going to teach you that, okay? You take whatever, okay? What I mean by you take whatever, I'm gonna use, I don't see anything in my immediate area, so we're gonna use my shoe for an example. We're gonna take my shoe, and your dog does not know how to pick up anything unless you teach them how to pick it up. Who's a good boy? Yeah, who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? Fluffy, pick up! Good, come here. Good, out! Yes! Give him a reward, okay? Give him that reward. So the reward is either food or something else they love or physical touch, all right? Now you see how we showed how to pick this up very close, okay? Now, we're not gonna use my shoe anymore because I do not wanna get my socks dirty, right? We're gonna go, okay, I apologize for that. I told you at the beginning of this video, the wind was crazy and it knocked down the camera and it messed up the microphone, and hopefully we got it all back adjusted, and we don't have to do any more adjustments, and you guys can hear me clearly from here on out. With that being said, we're gonna go back to, instead of using my shoe, we are gonna be using a ball, okay? You see we taught him to pick it up very close distance and got him excited, right, to bring it back. And then what we're gonna do, here's a good boy, we're gonna get a little bit further, as in only like 5-6 feet. And then we're gonna say, come on, Fluffy, that's a good boy, come on, buddy, come on, bring it back. Out. We make the toy boring. And then once your dog, you can increase the distance once your dog understands the assignment. Stay. Hey! He didn't stay. But that's what it's good. That's what it's all about, is playing with them, okay? You don't have to do any training or anything. Fluffy, out is to have a happy dog. You need to train, or you not need to train. You need to play with them. And then step number two is training. And that's what we're gonna go on to next, okay? What we're gonna go on to next is straight into some training, because obviously, come here, Fluffy. Obviously, you know how to throw a toy or make a toy exciting, okay? Stay. You have a stick right here. There you go. To make a toy exciting, just make it come to life. Yeah, it's a good boy. Oh, it's a good boy. Yeah, it's a good boy. Oh. Make the toy exciting by making it come to life. Make it boring, they release it. That's how you play with them, okay? Throw it, let him enjoy it, bring it right back. And going to step 2, like we just discussed, is translating into some training next. Training next is all about Fluffy out, is using this toy as a reward. Literally, just like I said, use this toy as a reward. So for example, we're literally gonna have the Fluffy Poodle sit, yes! Give him as a reward as soon as that behind touch. But how do you get your pup to sit down? How do you get your pup to Fluffy out, lay down, down, sit, down, sit? How do you get them to do that? Well, you use this as a lure, and then once they have the desired task, you give them that reward. Yes! And he'll wait for that all day long. And that's what's awesome, okay? Is how do you have a dog this good? How do you have them this good and be this happy? Is you have to have that training. And that training is very important. Fluffy out, and that clear communication, because you're giving your dog what is exactly that he needs and that he needs in his life. And dogs thrive, and we all know this, that dogs are packs. Dogs thrive on having a leader, and you as a human are that leader. Circle, circle, 6. Actually, this one's 6, my bad. I point them in the wrong direction. Heel, middle, there you go, Fluffy. Heel, good, hug it out. That's my dog. Off, yes. So how do you get your dog to do that, okay? So because step number 1 is playing with your dog to have a happy dog. Step number 2 is making sure that you're doing or conducting training on a consistent basis regularly, all right? That's every day, every other day, but at least a couple times a week. Your dog needs to have this exercise by play. Throw in a little bit of training like we just showed you. But then ultimately, how do you get that training? And how do you complete it? By taking this toy and luring them in the area and giving it to them once they finish. That simple, that simple. Now, we can break this down even in more steps, as in we take that chin, lift it to the sky, give them that reward, okay? When I say chin to sky, literally if you take a human and a dog, the way our anatomy is and our spine, if I take your chin and lift it up, 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 you're just gonna keep going back. You're gonna go all the way to the ground. Same thing with the dog. Yes, and as soon as his behind touch, his buttocks touches, you give him that reward. And then for him to get that reward again, you literally has to do what is asked if it is training time, okay? Now, how do you get your dog to lay down? Is chin to chest. Chin to chest, chin to chest, yes! And then give him that reward, right? Now, if your dog does not, Fluffy, come here. If your dog does not want a toy that day, Fluffy out, use a treat. Use breakfast, use dinner that you're gonna feed them, hand feed them. Luring them into that desired position. Give them that reward. Training them and playing with them ultimately helps you have a happy dog. And that's what our channel is all about, is motivating each and every one of you to follow your dreams, to enjoy your time with your pet, and ultimately have an outstanding dog like the Fluffy Poodle. Now, to wrap up this video, we're gonna show off a little bit, okay? We're gonna show off a little bit because the Fluffy Poodle needs to get a little bit of exercise in, and I also need to exhaust some of my energy and my training that I need to conduct each and every day with the Fluffy Poodle to make sure he is in tip-top shape of being the service dog of the year. Fluffy, stay. I literally throw his toy. Fluffy, yes! Sit! Yes! I told him to sit before he even got his toy halfway there. Then he can pick it up, bring it right back in a nice controlled manner. Come right here, out, good, sit, stay. Fluffy, yes! Now I'm gonna have him go and bring it back, go pick it up and bring it back all the way. He's gonna come to that heel position. Sometimes I'll show it off. Heel, heel, sit. I have him sit politely and then out very easily. And the reason why we do this is, if you didn't know, he loves to go waterfowl, go out there and get them waterfowl with me. And I'll tell you what, watch them videos, those are awesome. All of our other training videos. This storm's a brewing up here, okay? The clouds are getting dark, so I think it's a prime time to wrap up this video. All right, Fluffy, circle. Fluffy, middle. That's my dog. That's my dog. Storms are brewing. It's time to go. Until next time, you guys know who this is. This is Daniel the Big O with the Fluffy Poodle. That's right, with the Mr. Fluffy Bear and his green hair. Subscribe to the channel right here. Watch this video over here, and we will see you guys on tomorrow's episode. Fluffy, yes! Go get it. We're see you guys tomorrow. Pray for these no tornadoes and no storms. Let's go. Bye-bye. Ha.